Good morning to ya. Good morning. It is Friday, June 14th, and this is Land Cruiser Midwest Migrant Mayhem. Gonna talk about inflation and finance today. Got a song going on here called Gas Pedal. Gas Pedal, yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's bring the music down. Get the show on the road. There you go. We've brought the music down, so now we can get the show ready to go. Hope you're having a good Friday. It's the weekend. Good Friday. It's the weekend. Hope you guys are ready to rock and roll on the weekend. Gonna be a nice, steamy hot weekend here in Chicago. Let's do a quick update on the migrants, because I did see some new news yesterday that they are finally evicting families. There are some families that have passed the 60 days, were granted 30 days more, and now that 30 days has come and gone, Brandon and his buddies are kicking them out into the streets so they can be full-time chiclet salespeople going forward, I guess. So get ready for seeing some tents or more tents in the city of Chicago. Yeah, we're gonna see some more tents and more homeless. So we've just added to the homeless population in Chicago as Brandon begins his evictions. Okay, so that's all I have on that. And I guess Logan Airport, I saw a video. They're stacking them up at Logan Airport. Hadn't heard anything about O'Hare. At one point it was a mess, but I think they've resolved that issue. So there's my update on the migrants, the Biden buddies, the border buddies, the illegals, whatever you call them. So let's talk about the middle class. The middle class is under assault, folks. I don't know if you've noticed that it's getting harder and harder with inflation. The middle class has gone through their savings. The middle class has maxed out their credit cards. The middle class is now considering or forced to join the working poor. That's what's happening to the middle class. The middle class is waiting to be evicted out of their homes. I'm hearing that, the people who have maxed out their credit cards, if they were fortunate enough to have a home, are now considering HELOCs and refis on their homes. And that's not a good thing. HELOC's gonna run you 12% or more, depending on your credit rating, probably 13 to 14%. A refi is going to take you from what, 2.5%, 3% to 7.5%, maybe more if you've destroyed your credit. These are the last hopes of savior some of the lower middle class have, and they're going to basically hang themselves with the rope given to them by the financial community. They'll just keep giving you rope as long as you need it, but they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for that rope, folks. That's it. The middle class have been losing jobs left and right. Hopefully they didn't have debt, but a lot of these people had huge debts. They had home payments, they had car payments, they had credit card payments. They had all these payments that now they can't afford. Nor did they have a rainy day fund that everyone recommends. I mean, we recommend here having a rainy day fund, and if not, at least some of this, right? You could always sell this off and get a little cash if you really need to. But the middle class is now becoming the working poor. They're going through their last greenbacks here. Repos are up. I don't know if you guys heard that. Car repos are up to 20 to 30,000 cars a day in the United States. Nobody has money for anything anymore. Nobody's paying their bills. I guess they're celebrating their induction into the working poor. So there you go. Middle class is a thing of the past. Middle class people are not going to be able to retire. I know people that are my age that probably should be considering retirement, but they're not. They're not. Their spouses have been laid off prematurely. Their spouses have been forced to change jobs. And they're working. They're working because they have bills to pay. They're hoping they don't lose their jobs, but they are now becoming the working poor. The working poor. That's a situation you guys don't want to put yourself in. Being part of the working poor is probably worse than being poor. At least in this nation at this time, being poor, they shower you with gifts and free food and food stamps, and you can get all sorts of stuff for nothing or little to nothing. There's a guy here in Chicago, I don't think he's done it recently, but he used to give away gas. He would pick a couple of gas stations on a Friday or a Saturday, and people would line up hours before the giveaway just for $15, $20 worth of gas. Things are literally burning to the ground, folks. If you're part of the middle class, you can't afford anything. The middle class can't afford to move out of their houses. They can't afford to buy a new house. They've got their kids living in the basement on the couch, and they can't even afford to go to Walmart or the dollar store unless they got one of those buy now pay later plans to dip into. Yeah, have you heard about those? The buy now pay later. It's like layaway for food.